Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to Let's Be Real. I'm Joe Mambu.
I'm Cheyenne Finch.
And this head football coach, Coach Dub.
Yo, Coach Doug, what's going on, man?
I'm good, baby. Listen, today's audibles is not no Omaha. Ain't no goddamn Rocket or whatever. It's Purple Kush or Sour. That's the audibles, okay?
Okay.
I'm crying. I can't do this.
What them audibles mean?
Huh?
What they mean? When
Don't
you
worry about it. Just go by the audibles. Listen to the coach. I'm the coach here. Understand? Run the plays. I coach.
Okay.
Do your thing.
All right. So this is episode 119. You're probably wondering why we're dressed up in Halloween costumes on November 1st.
Thanks to you,
You know
Joe.
what I'm saying? We are in the... thanks to me. All right, whatever. But
Yeah, Mr. Arrowroot.
it was my idea, and I know it's a little bit weird, but I figured we'd do something different since it's only a day after
You know what would have been
Halloween.
different? Recording on Saturday. That's what would have been different.
I mean, I feel you. I ain't against it, but Coach Dub got to call that audible.
Nah.
Wow. Really? You're off the fucking team. You're off the fucking team.
All right, peeps. Well, this is episode 119, and it's called the Brooklyn Suns. If you don't know what that means, the head coaching team of the Brooklyn Nets is looking a lot like the mid-2000s of the Phoenix Suns, with Steve Nash being the head coach, Mike D'Antoni being the assistant, and Amari Stoudemire. While there's other coaches on the staff, the Brooklyn Nets is really starting to look like the Brooklyn Suns.
Yeah.
So we're going to get a lot of 7 seconds or less in Brooklyn.
Not gonna lie, I thought this was another one of those times where you show your age and just reach back for one of those old team names. And I'm like, the Brooklyn Suns? When was Brooklyn the Suns? Like,
Well, that would be the New Jersey.
when were you born again, Joe? Like,
But also we're going to talk about the debacle in the World Series, right?
Bullshit analytics.
Yeah, bullshit analytics. And then we're also going to be talking about Trevor Lawrence. Now, he's projected to go as the number 1 pick, and the Jets lost again, and they are winless, and they are horrible. And we'll get a little bit more on that Trevor Lawrence, but Trevor Lawrence got a big decision to make at the end of the year. Right, so let's start off with the big debacle in the World Series first.
Okay, Arrow, I see you out there with the moves.
But how do you feel? So, analytics says, hey, what's the pitcher name? Blake Snell?
Yes.
So they pulled. They pulled Blake Snell, right? Mm-hmm. And
I can't keep a straight face with you with this damn with this fucking thing on, bro. But go ahead.
And essentially, they're blaming the manager for pulling Blake Snell as the reason why they lost the World Series. I have another reason why.
Okay.
That I feel, and I think it really has to do with the Dodgers and how much money they spend. They're the second most team when it comes to salary, and they basically the Rays' second best hitter is like the 4th or the 5th best hitter on the Dodgers.
Basically, the Rays' payroll is damn near last.
Yeah, they rank at the bottom half for sure, and I think that the Dodgers were just able to put up more numbers because the Rays don't have the hitting that the Dodgers have. They don't have the payroll that the Dodgers have.
Listen, I've seen many a team lose with a big ass payroll.
Yeah, Yankees.
The Red Sox.
Red Sox, yeah.
just throw shade. Just throw shade, why don't you?
Are you all New York teams?
No.
Oh,
I'm a Dodgers fan.
Oh, okay.
But
How apropos.
only because when I lived in Cali, they gave me a job. So
okay, I understand. Loyalty.
I've been paid to be a Dodgers fan.
Loyalty.
All right, Kendrick, put the Arrow uniform on.
But go ahead, Coach Dell. What you got?
Oh, listen. Kevin Cash did it wrong. How in the goddamn blue hell do you take somebody out who's pitched 75 pitches, but no one's hit him?
Yeah.
No one was hitting him. I sat down. I was eating my food. I wasn't Coach Dub yet, but I was eating my food. And I said, yo, this guy looks like he's about to at least get a shutout. It looked like a no-hitter to me.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, in the 6th inning, I see this guy walking out. And I looked at Blake Snell's face, and everybody saw it on TV. He said, fuck. You can't believe you take him, and he should have been taken out.
Yeah.
For the reliever, he should not have been.
But a week and a half ago in the ALCS, Kevin Cash did the same thing.
I don't give a flying fuck. If I'm pitching a gem,
He turned into
you
Coach
let
Doug.
me. You goddamn right. If I'm pitching a gem, leave me in there. You think they taking Randy Johnson out of there in the sixth inning if he's pitching a gem?
No.
You think they taking out Pedro Martinez if he's pitching a gem?
Not at all.
Randy Johnson would have sat there and threw the ball at the coach like he did that bird and killed it. You understand?
Yeah.
So why did he take him out?
Analytics. That bullshit analytics.
It counts for some.
No, it's bullshit.
They're playing devil's advocate.
Listen, they was able to ride. Listen, Kevin Cash was able to ride that team all the way to the World Series. So obviously it was working. It's not the first time he took him out before. Like I said, he did it a week and a half ago in the ALCS, and it worked. So go ahead.
Dude, you're pitching a freaking gem. They can't hit you. Even the players after the game said, "Yo, I am so glad they took him out."
Yeah.
Laughing.
Yeah.
Laughing at the manager. How
So
can
that's
that be?
what makes it look worse when the Dodgers are just super thankful that he pulled them.
Like,
Because
come on.
it was like
they
the
knew they
Dodgers
were
had
gonna
no
lose.
answer. Yeah.
They knew they were going to lose if he stayed in.
Or at least forced to game 7.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, this happened to the Giants back in, I believe, 2002. Russell Teese was pitching game 6. He was pitching a gem. At least Dusty Baker didn't have analytics. He went with his gut. I could understand going with your gut and saying, all right, I think I need to bring in a reliever now. Even though Russell Teese was pitching a gem himself.
Yeah.
But at the time, there were no analytics to go on. But now you come here, now we come into 2020, come into the World Series, hear all about analytics. And you know who I blame mostly for this?
Who?
The Cleveland Indians in the 16 World Series. Because every other fucking night they were running bullpen. They started the game with reliever and just kept flipping using analytics. Now maybe because they didn't have a starting pitch. You see the thing coming down my head. I'm with it, baby. I'm with it. But now maybe they had the Corey Kluber. That's all they had.
Yeah.
And then everybody had to run in relievers. That's fine. But it slows down the game so much too for the fan watching, for the viewer watching.
Yeah.
It's like, how can you even get into a game? This is why baseball dying now. It's almost damn near dead. Hell, they almost didn't have a season because they wasn't doing what the COVID.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in the game, you cannot take this guy out when he's pitching a gem. And I put this on the blog page, and people were like, "Oh, the guy Anderson, the reliever Anderson came in and he did no, fuck all that shit." If I'm he struck out 9 guys.
Yeah. Well,
Dude,
Snell was tight. He was tight when he pulled him out in the championship game, and he was tight when he pulled him out in Game 6.
Just imagine, you playing a game, and you cook it, as you would like to say.
Yeah, you know, because sometimes I go in that mode.
He really does cook people. They ain't a joke.
Cook it, mama.
If y'all want to challenge him. But imagine you cooking, and the coach says, "All right, you got to set up for the rest of the game." How would you feel?
Oh, I would be pissed.
Imagine being a reliever coming in after that, though. Like, oh, God. Like, you want me to follow that?
And that was the thing.
You want me to keep that up?
Yeah.
And they knew he wasn't going to keep it up. They knew.
Yeah.
Their own teammates knew
the Dodgers or the Rays?
The Rays. They knew they wasn't going to keep it up.
I don't know, man.
He's your Cy Young Award winner. How the hell you don't keep him out of there?
That's true.
How you take him out of there?
That's
How?
True. No, listen, I get it, man. It just, listen, analytics say, hey, he's going to start to falter
Fuck
at a
analytics
certain
and
point.
fuck the Diaz brothers.
All right, Coach Doug. Looks like you got beef with them, man.
That's from Scarface, too, by the way.
Oh.
If you didn't know. With the theme here, baby.
So you got that written in your notepad. Right?
Ain't no notes here, baby. Ain't no notes. It's just props.
Shoot.
I'm solid, baby. It's all up here.
Yeah, but listen, I hear you when it comes to pulling Snell. I hear you, but the Rays just didn't have enough offense, man. They didn't have enough offense. He's been managing like that the entire season, the entire playoffs. The one time it doesn't work because you have a payroll that's astronomical, and then we blame Kevin Cash, and it's like, come on.
Did you not hear what the hell I just told you?
I hear you. He's on a roll.
If you're pitching, he struck out 9 dudes already.
So do you feel like at some point analytics shouldn't be used at all?
No. For instance, your boy Daryl Morey.
Yeah.
With the Rockets.
Okay. Yeah.
More 3s than 2s. You see where I got his ass?
I hear you, but to be fair,
hold on. And granted, yeah, they only lost by 9 points against the Golden State Warriors, but still, they missed 27 3-pointers.
They did. At some point, you gotta
come on, bro.
Get to the basket. You're right.
Come on.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm running through a bunch of different like scenarios in my head where I can kind of defend this decision. I'm like, well, maybe he's afraid he was gonna get hurt. And then I'm like, nah.
What?
He trained for this.
Exactly.
Then I'm like, okay, well, maybe had he missed the next one, they would have lost. And I'm like, nah.
No, bullshit.
9 struck out. So
listen, when they go
9 strikeouts in the 6th inning, this guy could have had 14. He would have 14.
No, right.
Listen, if anything, if you want to take him out in the 7th or 8th inning because you feel like his velocity is going down or there's too many men on base and he's done all he could, then I understand.
Okay.
You don't do this while the man's cooking on the mound and they can't see the ball.
And he had a lot left in the tank. That was the crazy thing.
Your left-handed pitcher who they can't hit.
Yeah.
You know that hard to come by in the World Series these days? Yeah. A lefty that throws like that, 98, and the gun was not even going down.
Listen, yo.
You got me cracking my voice because I'm pissed at this shit.
Easy, Coach Dove. Coach Dove, easy.
Purple haze! Purple haze! Purple haze!
All right, guys. So on that note, let's switch it up a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about
football.
Purple.
Football.
Yeah, football.
Oh yeah.
Come on, Arrow, wake up.
My bad. I had a long night in Starling City.
Okay.
I bet you did. I bet you did.
Oh, you can't even see.
I can't even see.
But let's talk about. All right, so let's talk about football. Let's talk a little bit about Trevor Lawrence. As we all know, this guy is going to be the #1 pick. It's the halfway point in the NCAA football season. He's looking like a solid #1, right? But I feel like there's another angle to this, right? Obviously, the question is, does he stay one more year to bypass the Jets because the Jets may not win a game, right? Or does he come and take the challenge of being a #1 pick? Because essentially that's what a #1 pick is supposed to be. It's supposed to be that transitional player that elevates your team, even though football is more of a team sport than basketball. But when you're a #1 pick, you're supposed to be that transitional player so that you can be good or at least become good. Right, it's a little bit, and for me, I think Trevor Lawrence, right, he should look at it. He should definitely look at Joe Burrow, right, and he should look at Baker Mayfield. While Joe Burrow,
hell no, he shouldn't look at Baker Mayfield. What's wrong with you?
No, I get that, but the thing is like you look at it like this, right? You look at it from the instance of Baker Mayfield's pick to be that finally that great Browns quarterback. No. He's not, right? But Baker Mayfield's a little undersized. He's listed 6 feet. He's really 5'11".
You was right with Joe Burrow, but go ahead.
But all right, so Joe Burrow, right? So my thing is like Trevor Lawrence is a big quarterback, right? He's got a big arm. He can make all the throws. As an athlete, the main point of sports is to be a competitor. Jesus, I can't see. Sorry. I gotta take this off. All right.
I told you.
The main point of being an athlete is competition, right? That's what sports is at its purest form. So if I'm Trevor Lawrence, right, I would take the option, I would go to the Jets, right? I know they're a shitty organization, right? And you would have to change management, and obviously Adam Gase is on his way out,
hopefully.
Right? If he's there, if he survives it somehow, would be amazing. But I think Adam Gase is on the way out, and the general manager needs to go with him, right? But if I'm Trevor Lawrence, I'm taking the challenge of being that #1 overall pick. And then if you win in New York, it's like winning nowhere else, right? Think about it. The Giants won with Eli Manning. Eli Manning may make it to the Hall of Fame just off of those 2 rings. The rest of his career was garbage.
You think he's enough to carry the Jets, though?
I mean, you don't know. We don't know. Trevor Lawrence is having a crazy year. Trevor Lawrence is a really good player, and I think that he might be able to. My thing is like the Jets, in order for Trevor Lawrence to be successful as the general manager, if the general manager is still there or the next general manager, whoever that is, you have to address that defense. I think if the defense could shorten the field, right? If the defense can make you go 3 and out, I think that makes it much easier for your rookie quarterback, right? So the Jets need to address that. And then outside of that, listen, I wouldn't even go for a running back. I would get receivers who can spread the field, because that's what you need. You need guys who's going to like spread out the field, who can extend plays, and give Trevor Lawrence options. The Jets don't have any receivers like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying when I'm saying can he carry the team, because the quarterback is not all that the Jets need.
No, that's true.
And they need to build up an offense that can work with Trevor Lawrence. So for him to just take a shot and go to the Jets, listen, if it's about the money, secure the bag, go to the Jets.
That's what I'm saying, because you don't know what happens next year.
If it's about the win, I don't see them being a winning team right out the gate just because Trevor Lawrence jumped on board. There's so many other factors that the Jets need in order to actually be a competing team. Yeah. And right now, they're kind of trash. So
how much did they lose by, Coach Doug?
It was 35-9.
Jesus.
Who they play?
Kansas City.
Jesus Christ.
Showtime.
Well, come on, man.
That's Showtime home,
Come on, man. You ain't even gonna beat Kansas City. But yeah,
but 35-9. Did you even try?
It looked horrible. I can tell you that it wasn't good.
Damn, 35.
I would cut all the motherfuckers.
Trevor Lawrence, man, you might want to just stay pat.
Well, let me
stay in school, man.
Yeah, stay in school, man. Education is important.
As you say that,
yeah,
we look back to Peyton Manning so many years ago, when he had a chance to come out as a junior, and the Jets were 1-15.
Yeah.
Of course, he doesn't come out. Here comes Keyshawn Johnson as the number 1 pick. He avoided that, and then the next year, the Colts picked up Peyton Manning, and of course, the rest is history.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence is an amazing talent.
Yeah.
He could not withstand the Joe Burrow barrage last year in the championship game.
Well, Joe Burrow is a special.
It's special talent. 60 touchdowns, never been seen before. May never be duplicated again.
Yeah.
But for Trevor Lawrence, he's going to be the number 1 pick. I think he should stay in school. Really? Follow the history of the league, and it will guide him tremendously.
Couldn't he just do what Eli did?
No, they ain't gonna do that no more.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem with him passing up on this opportunity, though. It is not easy to get into the NFL.
No.
But what is very easy is for him to stay in school, talk about I'm coming back next year, and then some other young kid come up and steal that spot.
Matt Lyon did
as the number 1 pick.
Matt Lyon did it in 2004.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. UFC. Yeah, USC.
But you never know what's gonna happen.
I hear you.
Listen, he did it, and how that worked out for him in Arizona.
He slipped to 5. He was still a top 5 pick.
But you want that 1.
Listen. In these day and age, and I cannot be about to say it. No, I ain't gonna say it.
Easy, Coach Doug.
I ain't gonna
come out
to
give us controversy.
I ain't saying nothing like that.
Do it.
I'm not saying no blasphemous
We
stuff.
need views.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, I don't want to call him Big Sherm. Coach Dub, my bad. My bad.
You benched.
You goddamn benched, all right, motherfucker. You benched. Ever since Tim, that goat, that fake goat, came as a 6th-round pick. So it doesn't really matter sometimes. I will not say his name. I don't know, probably did already.
You talking about the goat in Tampa?
Fucking goat in Tampa.
Can we zoom in on the eyebrow twitch?
Right.
Fuck you. That fucking Tom Brady, that piece of garbage.
Coach Dub, easier.
But for me, Trevor Lawrence, I think he should stay back. There's no need for you to come to the Jets and sit there and continue to lose because they have 2 number 1. They have 2 first-round picks. One's going to be the quarterback. Who else are you going to get? Now they have a left tackle, and Mekhi Becton, who they drafted. Yeah. He's their cornerstone left tackle.
Yeah. You get a center.
Well, Nick Mangold was a first-round center.
Yeah.
And I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Eventually.
I actually did a commercial with Nick Mangold.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, it was cool, man. He's a cool guy. Big as fuck.
Can we get him on the show at least? No, he ain't not.
I haven't seen that man in years.
You got the number?
Word, son. What's the hookup, son?
I mean, I did a commercial with him. I didn't say I know him.
And listen, a lot can happen from commercials, man. You know what happens.
I hear you.
But anyway, I think Trevor Lawrence would be suited staying back. Just go to another team because it just so dysfunctional.
What about the Jets bad again?
Wow, that
right? That's the thing. Who's to say the Jets will get any better from one year to the next? All right, they go 1-15.
Who's to say he has to go with the Jets next year?
I think he should just do the Eli Manning thing, where they like, homie, I ain't going here.
You know what draft picks you gonna have to give up?
I ain't going here, bro. I ain't going here.
Wait, so you trying to tell a team's gonna? Well, listen,
son, he looks like a generational talent at the QB position.
That's a lot of picks to give up, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot of picks to give up. You're giving up at least 1, 2.
But if you're a garbage team, do you have a choice?
What's a team that needs a quarterback that's relatively pedestrian?
But you're sacrificing, you're mortgaging the franchise for this one guy who you hope, and you have to have the offensive line to protect
him. They do it all
and
the
the
time,
weapons.
No,
it's not done all the time.
No, I'm saying
ain't done all the time.
No, so not to that degree, right? Not to that degree, but being a general manager is taking a gamble, right? That's why you have Trevor Lawrence. He checks all the boxes, right? So let's say, what's another bad team? So you got the Jets, you got the Giants.
Yeah, Danny Dimes gone.
The Cowboys, right?
No, but that's a tricky situation because they want that back.
But
well, as they say.
That's what I'm saying. Who's to say
Jerry? They didn't say they want him back. They said he's coming back.
Yeah. Who's to say Jerry Jones ain't like, shit, man, we could sign this guy for 4 years out of rookie deal, see how it works out.
5-year deal back, basically.
5 years, and then Dak just go wherever he wants. Because Dak is good enough to go anywhere he wants, to tell you the truth.
But he still has to prove he's healthy enough to play on the ankle.
Yeah.
He still has to prove it.
I don't know. But if I'm Trevor, I'm leaving.
I know, I'm saying.
The athlete, the competitor in me is saying, yo, I want to see how. And listen, it could mess him up. Because there's a lot of guys who went high. Mark Sanchez went number 6, remember?
5.
Was he number 6 or number 5?
5. He
was 5?
Mm-hmm.
He went to the Jets. But that's the thing. The Jets had the formula with Rex Ryan. The defense was really good.
That's what it was.
The defense was really good. So it masked, what's his name? Mark Sanchez. Until he went somewhere else and was just like, ooh, you bad.
But we already knew this. We knew what was propping him up. We knew.
But that's what I'm saying. You could do the same for Trevor Lawrence. I mean, you can't do that with the Jets. But you can make an effort to go ahead and draft a defense.
Honestly, the me that wants to secure the bag says go to the Jets, but the me that thinks the Jets ain't gonna do anything says.
So what happens now? So what happens now if he tries to secure the bag and he ends up getting hurt?
He secured the bag. He good.
If the offensive line ain't good, like I said, McKesson's good, but the rest of the offensive line ain't good.
He secured his bag. He good.
Joe Thomas for the Cleveland Browns, he was he's a Hall of Fame tackle.
Yeah.
But the rest of the line was bullshit.
Yeah, he won't be able to secure a bigger bag if he gets hurt.
That's true.
Or if he doesn't play, or if he doesn't have the weapons.
So my thing is there a scenario where Trevor Lawrence, he comes back next year and he's outside of the top 5? Because that's the thing I would worry about.
He ain't gonna be outside no top 5.
Okay.
If he can come back the next year and do the same thing and come in as a number 1 pick, then I say stay in school.
I wouldn't. I hear you.
But you're not hearing me.
But I mean, as long as he don't drop out of top 5, I think that would be okay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, the higher you are, the more guaranteed money. And like you said, it's about securing the bag.
Right.
So is it that for Trevor Lawrence, or he's just a competitor? Because that's
he's a competitor nonetheless. But at the same time, you gotta be smart. This is your body you putting on the line.
Yeah, and
you can't just put on the line for anything.
Exactly.
And Jets aren't offering anything.
It'd be like a David Carr, Houston Texans situation where my
man
was getting rattled.
Exactly.
David Carr was number 1 overall, and they was just shellacking him all over.
They were beating him up literally every week. Shellac! Every week. Even though he was crying for help at times.
Yeah, he was. Deshaun Watson was dealing with a little bit of that, too.
Until they fired the fucking coach like they were supposed to.
Yeah,
he should have been fired since that dumbass decision.
What do you call him? Bill O'Belichick?
Bill O'Brien Belichick.
Oh, okay.
That's why I call him.
Yeah.
He thinks he's Bill Belichick.
Yeah, he thinks he is.
But he's not.
Yeah.
And Bill Belichick ain't doing so well right now either, unfortunately.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's looking
Poor
bad.
Cam.
It's looking bad for the Patriots.
But anyway.
All right, so next topic we're talking about the Brooklyn Suns.
You might as well call it that.
Right?
You might as well call it that.
So, if you don't know, talked about in the beginning of the episode, Mike D'Antoni just got on the coaching staff, along with Steve Nash as the head coach. For those who are a little bit younger, right? Steve Nash and Mike
I'm the
D'Antoni. Steve Nash and Mike D'Antoni had a lot of success in the mid to early 2000s. Well, no, early 2000s was the Lakers, Kobe, but mid 2000s, right? With those Suns teams with Amari Stoudemire, who's also on the Nets coaching staff now, running a 7-second or less offense. So that's the reason why I call it the Brooklyn Suns. Now, to me, the Brooklyn Nets, because we don't talk a lot of good things about New York teams. Like, whether it's the Giants, the Jets, it's always they're bad, they suck.
Not always.
Not always. Not always. The Buffalo Bills are okay, right? All right.
No one even really thinks of the Buffalo Bills when we talk about New York teams. They're a Buffalo
like, you're not
team.
from the boroughs?
That's a Buffalo team.
Get the fuck up. Yeah, right, exactly. That's Canada's football team.
Kind of close there anyway.
The Canadian Bills.
Yeah. Yeah, word. We should start calling them that. Canadian Bills.
I am not calling them no goddamn Canadian Bills.
All right. Well, the Brooklyn Nets are probably with the season starting, which I guess they're talking about December 22nd.
Or MLK.
MLK.
It's up in the
yeah,
air
it's
right
up
now.
in the air. We got to see. But the Brooklyn Nets may just be the most interesting team in the league next year. Definitely in the East, because they have so many question marks, right? It starts with Kyrie's going to be healthy, because you know Kyrie's always injured.
Yeah.
I love Kyrie. He's always injured. He's always got a busted kneecap or a busted shoulder.
My leg.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Kevin Durant coming back from the Achilles injury. We know how worldly Kevin Durant could be, but an Achilles tear is really bad. The good thing about Kevin Durant's injury, though, is that it's the Achilles tear on his non-dominant leg, which is kind of crazy. It's a non-dominant leg. You have two legs, but it's on his non-dominant leg. The last time that happened was with, what's his name, from the Atlanta Hawks way back. Fuck is his name? Dunk contest champion. Why do I not have his name right now?
Dominique Wilkins?
Dominique Wilkins. God damn it. Yes. Dominique Wilkins. Dominique Wilkins has the same injury on his non-dominant leg, and Dominique Wilkins was able to produce kind of close to what he was before. If you get an 80% Kevin Durant, he's better than most of the players outside of Kawhi and LeBron James and Giannis, right? I would put him like the fourth best player in that group. But what makes it interesting is the other questions. Steve Nash being the first-year head coach, right? And there was a little slack of that, a little blowback of him getting that job because they felt like, you know, a black person should have got that job, especially because it's a prime position, right? You got two all-stars. And then Mike D'Antoni, who invented the 7-second or less offense. How does that work with Steve Nash? Steve Nash, he won his 2 MVPs with Mike D'Antoni. So with now D'Antoni being the assistant coach and Steve Nash being the head coach, will Steve Nash lean a lot on Mike D'Antoni, right? And Mike D'Antoni just came from a situation in Houston where, even a situation in LA, where him and Steve Nash had their second stint from 2012 to 2014, where it didn't really work out. Steve Nash was a little bit older; he was on his way out. Right, but D'Antoni has had several head coaching positions, and everybody feels like he kind of underachieved. Amari is also a part of that staff. We'll see how that works out. I don't really know. And then Ime Udoka, who's the assistant, who's been an assistant for the Spurs, and you know the Spurs is all about culture, is also on that coaching staff. And then Jacques Vaughn, who was interim head coach last year for the Brooklyn Nets. So my thing is, how well do you think the Brooklyn Nets will be with all the variables?
The Brooklyn Nets should at least make the conference finals.
Conference finals?
No, because we don't know yet what's going to happen.
Yeah.
The injuries, like you said.
Yeah.
Of course, everyone will say, "Oh, they're supposed to make the finals because it's Kyrie and KD."
Yeah.
But you have
if they
to.
don't have Kyrie.
No, KD by himself can really push somebody up there. Here you go with this bullshit ass thing. Come on, bro.
KD by himself?
I think
by
so.
himself?
I think so.
Do we remember KD without Westbrook in Oklahoma when Westbrook was injured? Westbrook is so talented that we forgot the season where Westbrook was injured.
Nah, bro.
You remember KD he ain't fared too well without Westbrook. So doing by himself is a stretch. But continue.
Whatever. I feel as if Steve Nash D'Antoni. D'Antoni's going to be, as said, an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
They need a defensive coordinator because obviously they don't play no goddamn defense.
Yeah.
But I feel like his innovation can help KD and Kyrie out
so
much.
The ball, you know what I like about it? The ball gets out of their hand. Because you think about it, the Nets have a lot of ball-dominant guys. Because we're only thinking about Kyrie and KD, but we're not thinking about Karis LeVert. We're not thinking about Spencer Dinwiddie. And Spencer Dinwiddie had a lot of point guard duty last year. You know what I mean? So I think that's 7 seconds. And then KD, the one thing I give credit to KD has proven that he can play off ball. Kyrie is more of the question mark whether if that offense that Nash and D'Antoni is going to implement will work for Kyrie. KD, I know it can work for because we've seen it in Golden State. You know what I'm saying?
And again, they've worked together. KD has worked with KD. Steve Nash has worked with Nash.
Yeah.
KD, and let me say this again.
Go ahead.
Producer man kind of messed me up over there.
Coach Doug, come on!
All right, I'm gonna bring it home. Steve Nash has worked with KD, so their chemistry will be there.
Yeah.
D'Antoni has worked with Nash, will work with Kyrie, and will try to create that. It's not going to be 7 seconds or less.
It's not.
I
agree.
But the ball will move.
It will.
And you'll see unique offense from them. Like you said, you're going to have positionless basketball for KD.
Yeah.
He's going to play anywhere from point guard all the way down, from point guard to center.
Yeah, I think so.
And everybody will play off him.
Yeah.
And Kyrie will most likely have the ball in his hand, which he wants anyway.
I mean, you do.
So they're going to make it work. It's not going to be one of those situations, like Kyrie said himself. I can look across from the next star and say, I can trust him to shoot the ball.
Yeah.
And he's going to, and most of the time he's going to make it.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a trust factor with that. And I think they trust each other.
Yeah. I think the Brooklyn Nets, we're going to end the show on this. I think the Brooklyn Nets is definitely the most interested team because of just all the question marks, all the variables. We got to see how it works because injuries and then chemistry, right? Some of the Brooklyn Nets players didn't like the treatment of Kyrie last year. You know, and Kyrie is kind of like a cancer on some teams. Even though his other stops, they talk about how great he is. But Kyrie has some issues because I get it. Ain't nobody can guard him. Right. Nobody can guard Kyrie. So I get it. But on that note, thank you for our Halloween edition of Let's Be Real Sports. Even though it's November 1st.
Yeah. I'm comfortable.
I like
you know what I'm saying?
Very comfortable. Very comfortable.
The suit was tight as shit. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in.
Took one for the team, son.
Well, you
Took
already
one for the team.
You know
Couldn't even see for half the show.
Well, if you got any questions and comments, make sure to hit us up at lbrstalk@gmail.com. Go to the blog on Facebook where Coach Dub does a good job
for you, baby.
Of posting dope content in between episodes. And make sure to check us out on Instagram at LBRS Sports Blog. LBRS Sports. And
bring it home.
That's another episode in the bag. Peace.
Peace.
Later.
And play that holiday music.